It's okay to not be okay. Now, I know a lot of people, they're afraid to admit that they're just not okay. Things get hard, your mental health gets out of whack. All sorts of other things contribute to not being okay. But what's not okay is bottling it all in. Sometimes you just have to admit to yourself that you need help and you're not okay. So, in this segment, I'm going to go over a few things you can do to help change your mood when you're not feeling so well. When you're down, depressed, stressed, the work's general mental health issues, per se. So, the first thing is change your environment. Bad behaviors are often linked to the environments that you're constantly in. So, try and change up your scenery. Maybe go walk to a park, go watch a movie at a theater, maybe. Take a different route to work, maybe ride a different bus, sit in another bedroom. Change your environment because it does help your overall mood and how you feel about your current situation. Two, don't be ashamed about the things that make you happy. So treat yourself to the things that you love. Some of these things, it might not be the same for everyone else. People might think you're weird for, sitting in a park reading a book or cleaning your house excessively. Things that make you happy, keep up to par with them. Maybe try a few new things. You know, OCD can help sometimes in this sense. So don't be afraid to do things that make you happy. Don't be ashamed and just keep doing what you love. Sometimes it's okay to fail. I know for a lot of you, like perfectionists, that's you don't want to hear that, but letting yourself fail, it gives your body, your brain a chance to restart. Like you lose a job, you get a new one maybe a week, maybe a month later, but allowing yourself to fail, it helps you take that step to make sure that doesn't happen again, or you do different things to create different pathways, do different things to, I guess, better prevent it from happening again, because you can't be perfect at everything. Slow down. Life is fast paced, and when you get slapped in the face by anxiety, panic, stress, depression, it's like a roadblock and you don't know what to do. So, when life gives you lemons, right? Take your time, relax, give your body, your brain a time to calm down and get back into the groove that you're used to, and it'll help you in the long run. Trust me on that one. Set out new goals for yourself, small goals. So, and accomplish them in little steps. So, let's say maybe you're gonna go walk somewhere different, or you're gonna go meet someone new, maybe try something new to eat, save a couple dollars at the end of every week. Little goals, and accomplish them. That little feeling you'll get, like buying, like anything, like buying something new that you've wanted to save for, maybe getting a new pet or taking your pet somewhere nice that you've always promised them. It'll make you feel better because it's basically you're achieving something and you're not putting yourself down, and it's the satisfaction of accomplishing something small. Keep don't keep quiet. Find an outlet. Talk to someone. Vent. Maybe do what I do. Turn on the camera and just talk to the camera. Let it out. Don't bottle in what you're feeling, because it does take a toll after a while. You can freak out. You can scream. You can cry. You know, Try and find that one person you can talk to when you're not feeling so well. Change. Change can happen at any moment. So don't think that you have to wait a full year to change, or New Year's resolutions, or your birthday's coming up. You're gonna set up new goals for that next chapter of your life, or you know, operate on your own schedule. Don't operate on anyone else's, and Do what you feel you want to do. Don't do what someone else wants you to do. But on the other hand, too, I'm not saying you have to change. You know, you have to be able to want to change, want to help yourself, want to get better. So I'm not saying, you have to force yourself to accept this is life, this is what's happening. No. You can change it. You don't have to force yourself to change. If you get what I mean. Like, I'm trying to make it more simplified. So, yeah. So you don't need to, I guess, invest your time. You don't need to invest your time to force yourself to make a difference, like to change your schedules or do different things. You have to want to do that. You're not alone. So, this one I can expand on quite a lot. You're not alone. There's outlets you can go to, there's blogs, there's Reddit, there's YouTube, there's Facebook, maybe some personal friends, anything really. Everyone struggles. You're not alone. You'll be able to connect with a lot of people online, maybe in person, maybe, check your local listings. There could be meetups for, people who are introverts or, suffer from mental health issues or mental health support groups. There's tons of them in my city. I'm sure there's a lot in your city. You just have to know where to look. But always check blogs like Google Plus, check Reddit. There's a few different ones too you can check. Facebook is probably your best one because there's a lot of groups on Facebook dedicated to mental health support. There's one for Toronto. I think they have 13,000 people in that group. It's not a bad group. I was in it a few times. But remember, don't trap yourself. Try and escape from that box that you're locking yourself in. Because if you're alone, no one will be able to help you open that door but you. It takes time, but you can slowly make the steps to get out of that box and work on, engaging, telling someone your problems, and just letting it out slowly. Don't let it out all at once, because sometimes it's not a good thing. I've done that. It doesn't work out all the time, because then it feels like you're just going to get overwhelmed when you do that. Change your focus. Don't only focus on you. If you know a friend's feeling down, family member's feeling down, you can do something to better someone in the community. Like for me, I volunteer. I'll go maybe give food to a homeless person, invite a friend out for a meal or something, cook for them. It depends, like on like what you really want to do. But don't focus only on yourself. Try and focus on someone else who you think is in a similar situation or who just needs like I guess a good laugh, like a hug or something. That's like what I mean. Don't be obsessed on your failures, your shortcomings, don't put yourself down. Don't be obsessed with that. Expand your horizons. You probably always have a friend who wants to hang out with you, wants to maybe, go out for photo blogging, get some food, you know. Try and be like active in another person's life. Not like literally like, magnifying glass to their face, but you can benefit from helping other people and it'll help you in the long run. So that way you're not only obsessed with yourself and what could happen to you, like all the negativity. Try and slowly but surely put more positivity into the situation. This one is a little tricky. So, a lot of us, especially in the mental health community, we pretend to be someone we're not. Now, that's not always a bad thing depending on the situation. Like, if you have a big job interview, presentation, maybe a date night or something, you can pretend to be someone else. But, don't overexert it. So, what I mean by that is, like, I'm trying to phrase it in a way where it doesn't come off too bad. Like, don't try not to be, I guess, overly enthusiastic, like fake, I guess some people would say. You can act differently, pretend like you're someone else in certain situations, but don't milk it. Don't let everyone you work with or the people you see on a daily basis know that shell that you're trying to be to keep people out and make sure no one knows what you're going through. It doesn't work out because it'll just become like a rope, like a fishing line. So it's not bad to pretend you're someone else. It's bad if you just keep it going, right? Now, this one I can relate to. Be creative. So, creativity can be really anything from cooking new foods to, for me, I do crochet, knitting, writing. Find an outlet. Another thing I do is, talking to the camera, make these videos. That can be considered creative. You turn off the phone, throw it to the side, and explore your creative side. Write, draw, sing, take photos. Like, your imagination is unlimited, right? Like what SpongeBob says. Imagination with the rainbow. Okay, this one I'm not gonna say it word for word, so I'm trying to simplify it. Not everyone is perfect. Nobody doesn't have flaws. You're allowed to mess up. You're allowed to set yourself up for failure too at times. You don't have to be a Barbie doll, Ken doll, robot. It's normal to not always accomplish your goals, to not fully be a perfectionist. You know, don't set yourself up to be 100% okay and like what you want, because for the time you do that, then you're setting yourself up for failure, and for the time you have that one strike, you're just going to crash and burn. And that is a personal thing. Like, I can tell you that from experience. I've done that. It doesn't help your situation at all, and it just drives you deeper back into like your solitude of your mental health, and you're just not going to want to dig yourself back out. Don't drink when you're suffering from panic or anxiety. It's not necessarily the smartest thing to do. I know you can drink if you're depressed. A lot of people do it. But that hangover you get, oh, that's going to slap you in the face. Okay, because especially when you're depressed, you're anxious, you're having panic, and you choose to drink, that's not going to taste like alcohol anymore. That's going to taste like water. It's going to taste like a juice or a drink. And when you wake up, you're going to get the world's hardest hangover, and you're going to feel even worse than you did the day before. And that could also be, I guess in theory, a way alcohol can become part of your life. Alcohol is not your friend. Okay? Alcohol can be a temporary escape. In theory, I wouldn't recommend it, especially if you're suffering. I tried that. It didn't work out well. I know from experience, because I used to do that a lot at an old workplace. A lot of stress, a lot of mental abuse and stuff. Strain away from alcohol, because it's not your friend. Okay, we're almost done here. So, you don't need to have an answer for everything. It's okay not to know what's going on. It's okay not to know how to fix things. Just take it one step at a time. Like how Dory says, just keep swimming. Sometimes that's all you can do. You just keep swimming. Put one foot in front of the other, like, Santa Claus is coming to town. And, take it one day at a time, one step at a time, one punch at a time. Yes, I was just quoting Rocky there. But just take it day by day. Okay, you don't need to know what's going on. And you don't need to know how long it's going to take for you to fix what's going on. All you need to know is it will happen. And happen it will. Okay. So we're on the last one now. And this one is pretty straightforward. I don't know if there's any nerds out there where, if you ever watch the show Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Millennium Puzzle, when you go inside, you see the Pharaoh and all his rooms. That's pretty much how your brain is. There's tons of little doors all over the place. Things get locked in, things get forgotten. But also, doors can open where you can escape into. The only thing with that is, you don't want to open a door to escape and then not come out. Because then you'll feel trapped, you'll feel hopeless. But, there's tons of room for improvement too. So you just have to be patient and remember, life's like a box of chocolates, right? So just remember, there's ways for you to escape, but don't get trapped in your escapes, if that makes sense. So, all I can say again is it's okay to not be okay. I thank you guys for tuning into this video, and I look forward to seeing your comments on what I've talked about. And thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.